Hi, I'm Sean Michael Ragan, and this is Cool Tools. I was organizing stuff in the shop last week, and I went to use my handy little label printer here. And it occurred to me with some horror that it's actually been 20 years since I bought this thing. I want to say I got it off the shelf at Office Depot or someplace like that for about 40 bucks, sometime around the end of 1999. I don't remember exactly what I needed it for. I was probably stockpiling pickled beans for Y2K or something like that. I do remember having some buyer's remorse at the time. 40 bucks was 40 bucks was a lot of money back then. And I was still in college. Plus, I'd had a couple bad experiences with Brother's desktop printers, and I wasn't excited to be giving them more money. But it did get the job done, and I don't know, 6 months or a year later, when I needed a label maker again, I pulled it back out, fully expecting the batteries to be dead and maybe even corroded into the battery compartment, but it worked just fine. So back in the drawer it went. And that was kind of my experience using this thing for like the first 5 years. I'd reach for it or see it sitting there and think, hey, I wonder if that thing's finally crapped out yet. But it never did. I wish I'd thought to note at the time how long the first set of batteries held up in here, but I want to say it was like 7 years or something crazy like that. Now that's, not constant use, that's 99.999% of the time just sitting there on the shelf waiting to boot up. But still, I even took it into the organic chemistry lab with me when I was in grad school, where it served 3 years on the bench beside my fume hood. See the splash marks here? That's bleaching from methanol, 95% methanol that used to kind of dribble out of one of my wash bottles when I was done using it. God knows how long it's been since you could actually buy one of these new, but you can still get label cartridges for it. The one that's in here now has a transparent background, which I don't like as much as the white that I usually keep in it, but you get the point. Anyway, since I've been so pleasantly surprised by this one, I thought it would be interesting to check out the latest model in this product line, which is this one. This old one is the model PT65, and this new one is the model PT-D210. Now, just looking at this thing, how much would you guess it costs? Try 20 bucks. That's like half the cost in 2020 dollars that I paid for this one in Y2K dollars. And the new one's got way more features. In fact, if it weren't such an amazing deal, I might even complain that it has too many features. It'll print in 14 different fonts, at 3 different sizes, in 10 different styles, including bold, outline, extruded, drop shadow, italic, and various combinations thereof. You can underline the text or choose from one of a frankly ridiculous number of frame effects, as well as something they call templates, which lets you print stuff like stylized holiday gift labels. It also has a large pictographic symbol library, which is a feature that could come in really handy if you're working in an environment where not everybody can read the same language. Another feature I appreciate is the capacity to automatically print multiple copies of the same label, which my old one did not do. It also has a preview button that gives you at least a rough idea of how the label is going to come out before you print it. It requires 6 AAA batteries to run, and those are not included. You can also run it from an AC power adapter plugged in here, but that is also not included. The labels feed from these consumable cartridges, and the one that comes with it, as with buying a new desktop printer, is just a starter cartridge, meaning it doesn't have much stuff in it, and you're going to have to buy a new one pretty soon. And that, of course, is one of the reasons they can offer these at such a low price. At 20 bucks, I'd bet they are selling these at cost, or even as a loss leader, counting on making their profits when you buy refill cartridges later on. Bearing that idea out, the genuine Brother refills are relatively expensive at 12 bucks a piece, i.e. more than half the price of the label maker itself. They're available with a wide variety of text colors and backgrounds, including transparent. And again, as with desktop printers, there's a lot of competition among off-brand cartridge manufacturers, and if you're willing to experiment with an off-brand, you can get refill cartridges for as little as 4 bucks a piece. And one cartridge prints something like 25 feet of labels, which should last quite a while for everyday household and round-the-shop type uses.